back, everyone. It is a Motivational Monday, and I have a big question because I want to know how homeopathy works. Well, here to explain is Donna Krech. So welcome, Donna.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, first let's address the obvious difference here on the quote-unquote set. John and I are in Nassau for a couple of weeks. We are blessed to get to come down here every year. We're here with my brother and his wife, and other family always comes. It's a remarkable time. So we have incredible conversations when we're down here. We talk about God. We talk about family. We talk about investments. We talk about business. We talk about the things in life that matter. We talk about health. And last night, we really got to having a great conversation about homeopathy. And he said, do you know how to explain it to people? And I said, I have to tell you, it is an alternative science. It was created by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. And because it isn't a prescription drug, people do question, how does it even work? Well, our formulator explained it to me in the easiest way I've ever heard explained, and that's how I decided to share it with you today. Now, we've been talking about the drops, right? Our members call these the magic drops. We've been talking about these a lot lately. This is a homeopathic remedy. Here's how homeopathy works. He said, Donna, if you go to a tall building and you want to go to a certain floor, you press that button. You might get off at the 12th floor, the 60th floor, the 120th floor, the 200th floor. But you press the button for the floor you want to get off on. Okay, yep, I got that. That makes sense to pretty much anybody in the world. He said that's how homeopathy works. See, Chris, here's the thing. The older we get, the more our hypothalamus succumbs to the stress we've been under. Well, the older we get, the more stress we've been under. The hypothalamus becomes dysfunctional. When the hypothalamus becomes dysfunctional, it really can't talk to the pituitary like it needs to. It can't then talk to, let's say, the liver to produce IGF-1 like it needs to, or the pituitary can't talk to, let's say, thyroid like it needs to regulate your metabolic rate. Well, what a homeopathic remedy does, because of the way it's cut back in the formula, is it goes to the area where it's needed. So whether it's the cut back of 12 times or 60 times or even 200 times on the formula label, that's where it goes. So if the pituitary needs more help, it gives the pituitary more help. If the liver needs some help, but not as much, it gives the liver some help, but not as much. It's a miracle is what it is. It's an absolute miracle. And because it is a natural remedy, it goes to work putting the body back into the place of homeostasis, which is where God intended it to be. Okay, so that's kind of the rudimentary understanding of how homeopathy works. Let's talk specifically about these drops. How do they get it to the point? How do they get you to the point where you don't have emotional eating anymore, wanting to run for food? How do they get you to the point where you don't have the brain cravings, the food noise? How do they help you suppress your appetite? Because whatever is needed in that hormone atmosphere, the homeopathic remedy is going to go after to regulate it. So the pituitary regulates all the hormones. Putting the hormones into balance helps put the body into place of homeostasis. You end up not being hungry. You end up having a metabolic rate that burns faster. These quote-unquote magic drops that the members named do their job. They work better. So listen, right now, the new formula, everybody knows it's out. And we have put together a training with our formulator who puts together the magic drops for us. And you can go understand more how homeopathy works. And in that training, you can find out how to get your own bottle, the new formula of the magic drops. So if you've been a past member, just text the number on the screen, free drops past. That means you're a past member. If you're a present member, text free drops present. And if you've never been a member, text free drops new to 419-905-5546. Again, we're going to send you a link. So we're going to write you back to make sure it's you, confirm that you want it. We're going to send you a link so that you can get in on this training that I recorded with the formulator, helping you really understand how these drops do these quote-unquote magic things that our members say they do. And you'll find out in that training how to get a free bottle of the new formulation. So you'll not only understand how homeopathy works, but you can get some of your own for free, suppress the appetite, speed up the metabolism, calm your nerves, all kinds of good stuff.
All right. Well, Donna, I do think people are looking for natural and simple and making it easy for people to feel better. So thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris. Have a great day.
All right. Well, don't go away because we were born to return.